Hey guys, Zomfox here, and today we're talking about another player from the USFL, the side of the NFL, and another star from the USFL, All-USFL tight end Sal Cannella. Sal Cannella is the second member of the All-USFL team to actually sign in the NFL. He is going to the Green Bay Packers from the New Orleans Breakers. His stats in the NFL were very solid. He led all tight ends and was 11th in the entire league in receiving yards at 368. He had 2 touchdowns, which wasn't the best, but he was mainly a security blanket for the All-USFL quarterback Kyle Sloter, as Sloter pretty much used him as a reliable player. But the biggest thing is in their playoff game, the only game they ended up playing against the Birmingham Stallions, Sal Cannella went off for 12 receptions and 154 yards. He didn't get any touchdowns, but he was the main reason why that team was able to get drives started and going. And it was a shame that Slaughter and some other guys didn't perform well enough to actually get Sal that W. Sal was overall one of the better players in the entire league and was without a doubt the best tight end. As in terms of position to position, he probably had the largest gap from him in second place. As for the Packers, their depth is well, if you follow football like the NFL, you know it's pretty weak. And that's pretty much for like every position in the receiving game. But for tight end, their starter is Robert Tonyan, then it's Josiah DeGuara, then it's Mercedes Lewis. I know, I'm shocked he's still playing. And then Tyler Davis. As for the stats of these four guys, it's not like any of them are otherworldly, like, oh yeah, that guy has to be a starter. To put it simply, when you look at it, it's just, Tyler Davis was a 6th-round pick from the Jaguars a couple years ago. He hasn't started a single game in his career. He only has a few receptions in his career, so there's a good chance that Sal could overtake him. Then third string is Mercedes Lewis. He was a first-round pick, 20th overall by the Jaguars in 2006. Yeah, I was shocked. I thought he was going to retire, but I didn't know for sure. But you know what? He's still playing. JB Graham's a free agent. I think that's funny. Mercedes Lewis has never been a superstar tight end. He's always just been one of those very solid, reliable, consistent guys. Even last year, he actually ended up starting literally all 17 games for the Packers, which is really funny because, he was like 37 last year. He's like 38 now. He was a one-time Pro Bowler back in 2010. Overall, it's pretty cool. I feel like he's definitely going to stay on the roster, as even if he doesn't play a lot, his veteran, presence and leadership is a very good thing to have. Then Josiah DeGuara was another 2020 pick, but he was a third-round pick by the Packers. He started a couple games last year, and he had 245 yards. He definitely was a okay guy as a backup, but the fact that he's the second string over Lewis, I think, is just because he's the young guy, and, he might become something. And then the starter, Robert Tonyan, he started a total of 13 games over the past couple of years. He got hurt a bit. And really, 2 years ago in 2020, oh, by the way, he's an undrafted free agent 5 years ago. In 2020, he did have a very solid season. He had 586 yards. But last year, he went down to 204, despite starting in over half the games he did the year before. So, as for Sal, really, the sky's the limit on this team. You just never know. The Packers are going to pretty much be forced to try and find any receiver that works till they have a core that's great. Because the Packers, this depth chart isn't that great. It's just not. And with Tonyan having being injured, he could get hurt again. And then you have Tyler Davis, who hasn't played. Sal Cannella could get above him. Really, I fully expect the Packers. It could end up being that Mercedes Lewis once again plays a bunch of snaps for this team, and then Josiah DeGuara if Tonyan isn't healthy. But Sal could actually become pretty much anywhere on this. I could see him legitimately going anywhere. It's just, it's the Packers receiving core. You have no idea what's going to happen. But, having one of the better players from USFL sign is pretty cool. There's still other guys that we're waiting to see, wanting to see if, Kevontae Turpin signs, Darius Victor, but like usual, you gotta wait and see. This has been Zomfox. If you enjoy this content, want me notified as soon as I upload any videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell, and as always, have a great night.